Full disclosure, I am an insurance agent. I also am not talking about selling you insurance right now. So we can just take that off the table. This actually came from a conversation that I had recently with one of my professors. And it culminated into this thought process of what actually is healthcare insurance? Because it seems like it's that thing that most people just aren't happy with. As I stepped back, I was thinking, what, how, and why? What happened was a pandemic. I was working for this wealth management company. And I was sitting at my desk, typing up reports of other people's money, and it was really, really boring. And then my boss comes to me and said, Bryan, take your computer home and call me. And I said, absolutely, Gary, I'll see you later. As I got home, not a call, a few days went by, I'm watching the news, the world's shutting down. I'm like, well, something's going on here, I guess I don't have to work anymore. And sure enough, he called me about 72 hours later and said, Bryan, we love you, but you're the lowest guy on the totem pole, so best of luck to you, enjoy the pandemic. Thanks. So me and myself sitting at my house, I'm like, well, what to do next? Insurance. Why not insurance? Everybody's supposed to have insurance, right? So let's get some insurance license going on here. So by May of that same year, I've got an insurance license, everything's good to go. I'm like, all right, I know how to pass a test. And that's about it. Stepping back into what I know now and what I knew then. In my eyes, insurance is this grandiose pool of money that everybody has, and we all put into it so something happens to one of us, and we're like, oh, hey, Mr. Insurance Company, I broke my leg. We need to go get this taken care of. You mind writing a check for me? Ideally, that's how it's supposed to work. Unfortunately, the pool has gotten bigger, but the checks have gotten smaller. That is talking to our doctor friend here today. The government seemed to have created this thing called an RVU. And I'll go briefly into it because I am not a doctor. I'm more on the business side of things. I want to know why people are so upset with insurance these days. Well, an RVU is a relative value unit. It is how an insurance company assesses what a compensation rate is intended to be, aside from the politics, based on education, production, not value, that's the thing, production, efficiency, and costs, such as rent, overhead, and everything like that. I know in this world things don't get cheaper, that's just not how the world we live in is. But when a doctor goes to school and gets an education, they'll get uneducated as time goes on. So as this RVU is consistently not growing with what our caretakers' needs are, the material things like our supplies are going up, so what's happening here is we're all screwing ourselves when it really comes down to it. Because the people that we should be trusting and that we afford to trust with our health is our insurance carriers. Now, this is where it gets interesting, and I really don't like insurance companies. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I don't even like insurance. I like helping people. That is my thing in life. I have found just from experience that is when somebody needs something and I have the ability to do it, I'm happy to do it. It's just how I'm programmed. So insurance, I didn't go into for money. I'm not a money-driven individual. I was like, you know what? This is a need. I can satisfy this. Now, as these insurance companies, buildings get bigger, and their budgets get bigger. I have people call me on a weekly basis saying, hey, Bryan, I went to the doctor for so-and-so, and they went to the insurance company, and it was denied. I'm like, why do we have this insurance entity that's denying the things that we need? Which goes back into fraud, waste, and abuse, which there's a ton of it also in insurance as well. how can I summarize this without getting too overly anxious about it, because it just annoys me. We were put here to be a service to our fellow human beings. And until we make a change in our insurance environment, that change is going to be reflected on the health of our other Americans. Now, a lot of this has to do with taking care of our temples and our bodies. Instead of relying on a pill or relying on an excuse to do or not do something, and overloading our insurance companies with claims for whatever reason that we can manage on our own, perhaps a system that actually rewards us for not going to the doctor 100 times in a year, and that actually rewards us for not taking a pill for everything, instead of it rewards us for improving our health and losing our weight and doing what we need to do to keep ourselves healthy human beings, might be a way to incentivize our insurance companies to start doing their own thing. I did read this quote once, as I usually do. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I think that is a world that we need to be a bigger part of.